What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. I'm Rich Wilson, founder and filmmaker at Vibe Media, where we help your brand build to an influencer level online presence using filmmaking tools and tips to tell your story. We have another episode for the Vibe Check show for you today, where we talk about a brand new year and a brand new vibe. Well, we have taken steps in 2020 to kind of lay a foundation for a new brand of vibe, and also some tips on how you could maximize your 2021 with goal setting and other things on how to lay out how to make the best of this year, of this brand new year. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and you know what I'm about to say, so on with the episode! Hey everybody, welcome to Vibe Check, the video podcast for filmmakers and film enthusiasts. I'm Rich Wilson, founder and filmmaker at Vibe Media. Dana.
Hey, what's up?
And Forrest.
Yo, yo, yo.
And we are talking about New Year. We've got a whole brand new year ahead of us. New year, new vibe is what we're going to talk about. Kind of some of the goals that we're setting for not just ourselves, but also as a team here at Vibe. Also kind of some of the things that we want to inspire you, hopefully inspire you guys to look at this new year. We don't want to talk about last year. Last year is, last year. Just leave it. If you had a great year, awesome. If you were having a crummy year, let's make the best of this year, the best that we can make it. So, new year, guys. So, how does that feel to be in the new year? We've been in there for a couple weeks, but
God. I was so done with last year. You have no idea. Done. Ready for hopefully this year to just start getting back to normal. I think we all need it for our mental sake. Mm-hmm. I think we need to get back to doing some of our film things that we planned throughout the year and all those exciting things that we're hopefully still getting to do this year. So we're ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have no real concept of time, so I've just been kind of chilling all year. Nothing really changed for me. I stay at home anyways. So I just got to watch anime and hang out with my boyfriend and my dog.
There you go.
So that's, I was chilling. Yeah. So I'm ready to actually do stuff. I'm really ready to do stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, this is going to be, well, you have to make it.
You got to make the best of every scenario.
Exactly. Like this last year definitely was a struggle for not just with Vibe Media, but also with, filmmakers across the world, and it goes from, the college film school students all the way up to Hollywood. Look at that. Mm-hmm. We really had no movies last year.
No, poor Christian had a friend who was going to film school in London, left January, had to come back March, and that was just kind of it, unfortunately.
Right. And we had so many movies that were supposed to come out that never did. They got pushed, or Wonder Woman got pushed until the end of the year.
New 007.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. We've got Black Widow, which got pushed to this May instead of last May, and it's just wow. I'm quite interested to see exactly what the Oscars are going to look like this year, if we're even going to have them this year when we've had very, very little content.
Yeah.
And we still had content in films that came out, but
they just weren't in theaters. They were more so back on platforms like Hulu released a bunch of stuff. Same with Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Right.
Even what's the production studio that was like, okay, yeah, we're just going to only strictly release VOD. They did the Trolls movie, DreamWorks.
Oh, yeah, DreamWorks.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were like, yep, okay, no theater releases. All of our new movies are going to come out VOD.
Right, and, well, even look at, like, the Mulan movie came out on Disney+.
Still paid theater prices.
You still had to pay theater prices. Yes, it was $30, which, would... I could understand, like, the price on it because it's like, hey, we want to actually kind of make some money back on this movie. And you'd be spending about $30 anyway if you were going on a date. So I think they were kind of playing that in mind. But yeah, we saw a very different, filmmaking last year.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we get to it to this year. come out of it a little stronger, come out of it a little bit better, smarter. Yes, smarter.
Well, and it's going to be interesting to see how it influences what this year looks like for us. I know that, we typically do have annual conferences, things like that we always kind of film on a regular basis. But with the protocols that may still be in place with social distancing, I know there's going to be some in-person events that are allowed, but there's so many changes to those that, like, capacity, is there, is capacity going to be less? Is it?
And we're still in January where there's not, yes, the vaccine is out there, but it won't be to the general public until, probably what they're saying by summer. And it's going to be, like, who knows what that's going to, things are still changing. And how is that going to affect it? Like, a lot of filmmakers still can't travel outside of their state unless they have to do like weekly tests.
The mandatory quarantine too,
yeah, quarantines, and we're still in rocky waters right now. But we are going to be coming out of this by the end. I'm saying this now. You'll probably be watching it December of 2021 and saying, "Yeah, you're an idiot."
Well, it's hard to have expectations when you just simply don't know.
No, well,
like there's no controlling this situation whatsoever.
Well, last year
on anyone's end.
definitely we saw that last year.
Yeah, so it's easier to just kind of roll with the punches and being able to just adapt and adjust to where you need to still be functional and still do what we love to do. And I think we've really done well with that. Like all last year we spent like building the foundation and just kind of starting this up and like, still being productive in a way. It might not be our normal productive, but it's still being productive.
Right. Well, last year, like you said, was definitely a foundational year, at least for here at Vibe. We've come out with a brand new brand. We have a new logo. We have a new website. We've got new content that's going to be coming out this year. We're really doing up and getting that information out to you guys to be able to help inspire you and help build up your own filmmaking and also your brand building. That's what we're all about here at Vibe. We are trying to help you build your brand to an influencer level online presence. And how do you do that? Through great filmmaking and great storytelling, through video and through online marketing. That's the nature of our business.
I think the biggest struggle that we're probably going to be having this year is just still ramping up the engagement. I think so many people, and it's something to say about society or the way that we've had to deal with this for the last year, is that people have become so unconnected. We've been so separated from each other. That some people are engaging with people, with their friends. They're trying as much as possible, but the engagement is not the same.
True.
Now the industry is overwhelmed with so many people creating stuff at home that we're not getting necessarily sometimes the full traction that we want. We don't get as large of an audience as we're wanting to. So I think we're trying to come up with different video things that we're going to be adding to be in addition to our podcast here. Right. Because again, we do want to start creating some content, start showing you guys the things that we love to do. Obviously, we're hoping to get back to doing our regular gigs where we're having some more income and money coming in too, because that helps us with creating our next steps and getting that motivation going. It's going to be an interesting transition. Yeah, we're still feeling it, and I don't know how long we're gonna be feeling the effects of last year before things start to feel normal again.
Well, nothing's gonna go back to normal. I mean, we gotta just come to terms with that. Nothing. I mean, what even was normal before? It changes every decade, basically.
Right. It's going to be like what we said last year is like we're hoping to get out of this smarter. Like yes, we want to have that engagement. We want to have that connection again, but it's going to be different. And it's going to be different, hopefully in a good way, not necessarily a bad way, not a confrontational way, but in a good way, a constructive way, because that's what we need. right? You know,
Big
we
time.
need to be constructive. We need to come back together. We need to be able to tell that story and to build those connections and those engagements. Like, this is the year to do it. We spent a year apart. We spent a year doing our own thing. Now is the year to get back on the horse and do it smarter, do it better, do it differently.
Come together and collaborate too. I think
Exactly.
collaboration is going to be a big thing
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
If we can, if you guys have people that that you think would be good fits to join us on a podcast episode every once in a while, or
Let us know.
just ideas that you guys want. I know we ask for it all the time. We need some ideas sometimes. I think, we can only really do too much, or we don't want to be too much in our own echo chamber
Right.
with our ideas either. We want to know what you guys want to see.
Exactly. Like the best way for us to be able to help you is by you helping us, like knowing what you want to get out of this podcast, what you want to get out of our content, and how we can help. Because like you said, like we're coming up with topics all the time, and are we like, is this kind of self-serving? Is this not? Is this going to help anybody? But that's just like really any content creator always goes through, whether you are influencer doing makeup videos, or if you're doing filmmaking, or if you're a lawyer trying to figure out like what is those kind of content, or what is that story that are we telling? Is it going to be self-serving, or is it actually going to be constructive? Is it going to be collaborative? But this is a good year to do that. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be a good year for you to like really think about like, what is your brand? What is your brand for 2021? What is that going to look like? Whether it's your personal brand, whether it's your business brand, whether it's your whatever brand, like that is what you want to be able to come to think about. And how do we break that out? Well, you taught us a couple months ago in one of our meetings about that. What is that like? That like GR,
The grow model.
yeah, the
Yes.
grow model.
So grow model, it's a very simple method of just how to break down any goal that you have for your business, or even for yourself. Acronym, obviously, as most things in business are. G is your goal. So you write your overall goal there. R is, what was it?
Reality.
The reality of what's going on, what hurdles you have that are preventing you from getting to that goal. O is your options, or here. So you write down all the different routes that you can go, things that you can maybe change, or how that's going to lead you there. And then W is deciding your way forward. You figure out whichever option is the best option, and you start working on that. We've been kind of doing that slowly but surely with this channel.
Yeah. Like we were, again, going back to our foundation, building on that foundation. Our grow, like our big goal is to be able to help brands build an influencer level online presence. That's our goal. Well, what was our reality last year? Well, we didn't really have a lot. We couldn't help brands a lot because everybody was out of work. Nobody wanted to do anything. Everybody's, I'm not going to lie, everybody's purse strings were a little tighter last year. But that was our reality, so we had to adapt. So how did we adapt? We started our YouTube channel. We done up our social media. We're continuing on that. What were some of our options on that? Heck, we even have a board like right in front of us on kind of like how we've broken it out. How are we going to do that? Well, our options, if we want to get to that level, then we need to, build out our website. We need to come together and figure out what that core goal, our core values are, and who we serve. And if we're going to do this brand new vibe, a new logo, we need to do new branding. And then what's our way forward? And looking at all those options, it's like, okay, what's the way forward? Okay, well, you focus on this, you focus on that, I'll focus on this, and then boom, let's go.
Well, and we're still adapting everything too, because I know, Dana, you're still relatively new to the team. You actually haven't had the chance to do any of the normal things that we have done, me and Rich have done on like a yearly basis, as far as traveling to these annual conferences, the things that are normally the staples as far as what we've been doing, that kind of give us that drive, or that at least something to do, that creative outlet.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to be able to get to do something, hopefully still, fingers crossed we have something early this year. Chicago, right? I think it's Chicago.
We're going to be going to Chicago at some point during the year. Well, and because we do a lot of conferences, we do events, videography, and just kind of those kind of storylines. So yeah, but yeah, even with Dana, like she was brought on as like customer relations, sales, marketing, producing our some of our clients' videos, but when 2020 happened, like
I got to work with one client, and then that was it.
Exactly, because like everybody else was like,
don't want to talk to new people, can't get groups together.
Yeah,
don't
so
have money.
It was a struggle. It was a struggle. So like definitely look at that grow method for your own brand. Grow. Set your goals. Look at your reality. List out your options. Get a sheet of paper out. Write this down. Like we wrote it up on a board, and we have it up here in the office, and we look at it every day when we're in, so we know what we need to do. How do we need to accomplish it? I've got red check marks on whenever we accomplish it. Put it up somewhere.
That, and also just be like that little girl that stood up on her bathroom sink and just says like, I'm smart, I love my job, I love my house, I love this, da da da. Just do that. Everybody, I think this year just needs to be on we need to be on a better positive page. Politics last year, regardless, the state of the world this year, everything I think was just so negative and so visceral back and forth that now is the year for collaborative effort. I think everybody's going to have to work together to help each other out of this, because we've all been so affected by lack of work, by lack of communication with each other.
Connection.
That, yeah, it's just, it's something that's going to require a little bit of time and a little bit of trust in each other again to get back to where we need to be.
Well, and I think it's not more so going back to where we need to be. It's more so going forward with what we have, because we are in the era of technology.
Right.
You talk about connectivity. Well, I can just hop on FaceTime and talk to whoever I want and still connect with them. Yes, it's not face to face, but it's still a connection.
Well, also,
we just have to be able to adapt to those methods and use them to our strengths and not get so down in the gutter about them.
Very true.
Be like,
very true.
Oh, well, I just can't do this because of this. It's like, no. We literally have like technology at our fingertips where we could do whatever we want.
Well, what was one of the biggest things that came out of this last year, at least
Zoom took off.
Yeah, Zoom took off. Video conference calls were a huge staple. We use them now in every single meeting. Whether we're meeting as a team, when we're off doing our own stuff, because we're not together every single day. We're not together all the time. We have Zoom meetings as a team. We have Zoom meetings, or we have digital call meetings with our clients.
Hell, I have Zoom happy hour with my family every Friday night. Like, for real, we hop on Jackbox and we'll like Zoom each other in and have drinks made. And
there you go.
Yeah, it's just it's so easy to think so negatively about this and not look at the positives and not find easy solutions or find the options to be able to work around this. Like.
And it's all about mindset too. You've got to, I read a book a couple of years ago, and I go back to it. It's a very old book from a very old author, Napoleon Hill. He's the one who wrote Think Rich, Grow Rich. But this book is called Outwitting the Devil, and it's all about how not to let fear take over your mindset, and to kind of, because fear will rule you, and he makes the argument that fear is actually just a man-made devil. It's something that we put up in our minds that prevent us to get to our true self, which is a very happy, confident person. And I think that there's a lot of truth in it, because a lot of the times that prevent us from going forward is our own based fear. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this because, or I don't know if I want to start a YouTube channel because I may look like crap and I may sound stupid.
Well, no one's popping off on YouTube the first video they put out there.
Exactly. Like it's a grind. It's a struggle. You have to be able to take those risks and have to look at fear and punch it in the face, throw it on the ground, and bury it 6 feet under.
Kick its ass.
Exactly. You have to be able to do that and go to the way forward. You can do that. Look at fear, punch it in the face, and know that it's not real, and don't let it overtake you. Last year, fear and anxiety definitely took over a lot of people, and us included. It happened to me. I'm not perfect at it, but now's the time to just look at that, throw it to the ground, kick butt, and make 2021 just that much better, and move the way forward, and
Just adapt.
Exactly. Adapt, take those risks, rise and grind, etc., etc.
You're much happier. Life is much easier when you just go with the flow and just roll with the punches.
Yeah, and start your day, with whatever that is. It's a daily grind too. It is. It's a daily grind to be able to get into that routine. You will accomplish those goals when you're working at it every day.
Yeah, it's getting back to there. It's as part of one of my jobs, I do bartending and stuff. So we're starting to have weddings and events again, which is good.
Yay.
So
Yeah,
everybody's in a good mood, though.
Yeah.
It's good to see everybody.
But you're gonna get fatter tips now because everyone's so happy to be out and drinking.
Yes.
Even though it might not be as many people, but they might double tip you what one or two people would have tipped.
Well,
you.
but everybody's in a better mood, and I think
Yeah.
it's good that. As much as we say, yes, we do need to still take advantage of the technology and things that we do have to get back to some sort of sense of normalcy because the
At least
normalcy,
human connection, normalcy.
Well,
yes,
obviously,
the normalcy that we
Yes.
had before is something that's so base level important. Is like you can't replace human connection the way that it was.
Right.
Like we have to have some of that.
Well,
back.
even in the business world, like people do business with people, right? You can't get away from that. We don't do business with a computer. We shop on a computer, but we don't do business with a computer.
E-commerce, e-trading.
Sometimes,
business,
but
stock
that's still,
trading, that's
still
business.
there's a lot of behind the scenes communication between people on the back end who create the deals and sell the stocks, and
Yeah,
there's a lot of.
I personally don't see an issue with taking technology to the advantage
No,
of
definitely
still
not.
using it
No.
for
No,
business.
no, definitely
and
not.
obviously there still needs to be human connection because there is another person on the other side of that computer.
It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid that we need to create.
Which I think you guys are talking about
Yeah,
the same thing.
because you're wanting
here.
to go back to normal. There is straight up no going back to normal.
Oh,
And
no,
it's
and
just easier to just accept that and adapt with it and be like, okay, well, I can't go see my family. I'll just Zoom them or whatever. And then once I can see them, I'll just,
Go see 'em.
it'll be
Yeah.
so much happier and so much easier to see them, and I'll feel so much better about being around them than you were, back in 2019.
Well,
You're
in
learning to
our
appreciate
case,
more.
in our business, you have to have that human connection.
Yeah.
I can't, yes, there's remote production kits that many production companies have done, but
it kills the art
Yeah.
of it
It
all.
does.
But look
It
at what you
does.
did with our business cards. You made them electronic so we don't have to hand them out. That's
right,
I mean,
exactly. Like we don't have to go to Vistaprint anymore.
Yeah.
We've got new business cards that are digital cards where people just tap it on the card. All of our information has gone there.
Yeah.
That kind of technology as well. Really, really cool. Coming out of 2020.
and I'll probably use that way more than I would use handing out actual business cards now.
Exactly. I've got like a stack of like 500 business cards, that didn't get used last year.
Killing
But
trees, man.
Yeah, but now that we've got this whole new branding, I was like, oh great, I have to design another
500.
500. But then happened to find that, and it was great. But make 2020 a great, or 2021 great. Throw 2020 in the.
We
pit
don't
of-
speak about her
No,
anymore.
you take what you learned in 2020 and you
Yeah.
apply it to what you'll
Exactly.
do in 2021.
Exactly, because not everything was bad about 2020.
No.
Like we actually kind of accomplished a lot on our own personal brands, our own personal connections, and our
I
relationships.
started a
between
whole
us.
new career.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
my
what's
goodness.
better than 2020 vision? 2021 vision.
There you go.
I think that might
It's
be a
probably worse,
stigmatism.
but yes, I don't know. I don't know how that
That's
works
like
out,
night
but
blindness.
we're gonna say that it's better.
Yes.
Well, I will say this. after the pandemic in 1918, I understand why they partied so much in the 20s.
Yeah, welcome to the new Roaring 20s, everybody.
Yes.
Quite literally, yeah.
We've got a new Roaring 20s ahead of us. Let's make the best of it. If you are looking to try to make a change, follow that grow method that we were talking about. Make your goals and all that. Only radical change requires radical change. If you want to radically change the course of your life, you want to radically change the course of your brand and your business, then you have to radically change what you do every day, what you are doing in those little small steps, and then that's how you accomplish that radical change that you're looking for. Set your goals, look at your reality, find your options, and move the way forward. That's how we're going to crush it. That's how we're going to take this year and make it the best year that we can make it.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
And that's how we're going to end this episode.
Exactly.
Cheers to that.
Because we know that you can do that along with us. Be on this journey with us as we have so much more content coming your way. So like, follow, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We really are appreciative of you watching this episode, but also need that support, and we want to support you as well. So with that, for 2021, keep vibing.
Bye, guys.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that we kind of inspired you to really take a look at what's coming ahead in 2021 and take a look at what you want to do for your brand and using that grow method, and also laying down some great goals and tips on how to maximize your year. And let us know in the comments below on what you are planning on and what your goal is for this year, and because we want to be able to support you as you are supporting us. So let us know in the comments below. And if you like that video, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, where we are coming out and planning on more content coming out this year to help build your brand to that influencer level online presence. So you don't want to miss that. So make sure, like, subscribe, do all of that. Help support us so we can help support you and your brand. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. So keep creating, build your brand, and get out there and tell your story.